Well, it is time for Fugitive Friday, something we always look forward to seeing you here in our studios, Trish.
Yes, we love our Trish route. And who are these criminals that we're looking for now, right?
Some bad guys, all repeat offenders too.
Gee, go figure, right?
There's a trend.
Yes.
And we're starting off our list this week with a guy who has spent more than half of his entire life committing felony crimes in our community. A brand new warrant for the arrest of Nathan Bivens was issued last week for his latest bad decision of violating terms of his probation following an arrest for the possession of cocaine. This 31-year-old was pulled over on a busy stretch of US 41 after he was spotted driving erratically, causing several drivers to nearly collide. Deputies say Bivens was a little less than cooperative from the get-go, probably because he was driving without a license and admittedly with a little bit of weed in the car. But a further search turned up a stash of cocaine, which Bivens, of course, said wasn't his. Despite his plea of innocence, Bivens found himself back in lockup. He was eventually found guilty and placed on probation for 36 months, which he violated recently after testing positive for drugs. To date, this Fort Myers felon has 21 bookings on charges of theft, resisting, property damage, battery, obstruction, and failure to pay child support. He's also spent nearly 3 years in prison for his role in a home invasion robbery. Bivens is 6'2", 170 pounds, and could be using the aliases of James Bivens or James Battle. Next up is a woman whose short fuse got the best of her when she launched a physical attack on a senior citizen. Jennifer Campbell now finds herself back on law enforcement's radar after she violated terms of her probation this week following an arrest for aggravated battery on a person aged 65 or older. Police say Campbell went to the victim's house and instigated a fight over some past issues. The 40-year-old became extremely aggressive and approached the senior female in a threatening manner. The victim's fears were justified when Campbell struck her in the mouth several times before fleeing the house. She was located and arrested the next day, later being found guilty and sentenced to 7 years in prison. She was released about 5.5 years on terms of probation, which she violated in December for not completing a batterer's intervention program, not doing community service hours, and leaving the house without the court's permission. Campbell has 6 priors on her record on charges of trespassing, disorderly intoxication, and several counts of battery. She's 5'4", 175 pounds, and was last known to be hanging her hat in Bonita Springs. Also on the run this week is a repeat offender who's been arrested 21 times before, despite the fact that he's only 28 years old. Keith Cooper is now back in disfavor with the courts after he failed to show up in court last week following arrest for driving under the influence and the possession of a controlled substance. Cape cops were initially called to the parking lot of a restaurant in response to a guy slumped over the wheel of his running car just before midnight. When police were finally able to rouse him, Cooper elbowed an officer in the face and was extremely incoherent and wasn't even sure whose car he was in. As if his level of intoxication wasn't enough, officers also found a stash of meth and pot in the car, which landed Cooper behind bars for about 9 months. He was supposed to be in court last week, but instead of complying with the judge's mandate, Cooper chose to bail. To date, he's got 16 previous bookings since his first felony at age 15 for grand theft, and also spent 2 years in prison for a string of burglaries. Cooper is 5'8", 150 pounds, and was last known to be living in downtown Fort Myers. And rounding out our list is a guy who was on the cusp of going to trial just a few weeks ago, but when his name showed up on the docket, he was nowhere to be found. Detectives have been on the hunt for Tomas Us Lopez for the last month after a judge issued a bench warrant for his arrest for failure to appear on charges of trespassing and resisting an officer with violence. This 49-year-old felon had been previously trespassed from a local gas station when he decided to turn back up anyway and cause a disturbance. When police were called to the scene, they immediately removed a knife from Us Lopez's belt. But when he reached into his backpack to grab something, ignoring all orders to show his hands, Us Lopez went on the offense, tackled an officer by the legs in a classic MMA move. Even after he was brought into compliance, he continued to actively resist. Us Lopez sat in jail for the next 10 months and was released for a short time until his trial date, which he chose to bail on. This Tice resident is 5 foot, 175 pounds, and upon his arrest, he will be held without bond. And as always, if you recognize any of the fugitives we've featured here today, you're asked to call the Crime Stoppers hotline. That number is 1-800-780-TIPS. All callers will remain anonymous and will be eligible for a cash reward of up to $3,000. Again, all repeat offenders. They have not learned their lesson. They go to jail, they get back out, they do the same darn thing over and over again.
Hopefully some of our viewers will be able to help you and Make some money off it.
and put these guys in jail
Yes.
maybe for a little bit longer
Exactly.
this time.
And you can remain anonymous, so no one needs to
Yes.
know who you are. If you have
Yes.
a tip, if you've seen them, all the tips help you guys, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
thanks, Trish.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Coming up.